हमारे वक्त की धड़कन, हमारा चिंतन, हमारी भावनाएं, हमारे विचार, कभी कोमल बातचीत तो कभी इंटरेक्शन तेज तर्रार। तय करें मिलकर व्हाट इज रॉन्ग, व्हाट इज राइट। ITV पर अशोक व्यास के साथ इनसाइट टुनाइट। नमस्कार, मैं अशोक व्यास, कार्यक्रम कर रहा हूं इनसाइट टुनाइट विद अशोक व्यास। और आज का दिन विशेष है कई कारणों से। टुडे इज मेमोरियल डे। वी आर सिटिंग हियर इन न्यूयॉर्क and we are grateful to all those who have laid their lives for the love of the nation. It is the sacrifices of these soldiers, these veterans who have served the nation in a way that demands special respect and special attention. And to mark this tradition of serving the nation, it's a very special day, and there are a few things that are related to this day worth recollecting today. Earlier it used to be known as Decoration Day, क्योंकि ये दिन था जब श्रद्धा के सुमन जिसे हम कहते हैं, flowers were placed as a mark of the respect. और पहले ऐसा नहीं था कि जो लास्ट मंडे होता था मई का, उसी दिन ये मनाया जाता था। उस इतिहास में पूरे विवरण के साथ न जाते हुए 1967 से फेडरल हॉलिडे की तरह मेमोरियल डे को मनाया जाना शुरू किया गया है। But there are other ways with which we now have started associating with Memorial Day, and that is a lot of people go out of their home, they travel, and so there is a lot of traffic today. Today has been a wonderful, bright, sunny day. 84 तक temperature ने touch किया. As per statistics, over 36 million people must have traveled almost up to 50 miles today, visiting family and friends. And today is the day when we are also remembering the recent sacrifices of American soldiers Afghanistan में. धीरे धीरे, as promised, President Barack Obama has started working on bringing back our troops. And we have a special show lined up for the day, wherein we will begin by remembering the Memorial Day, but then we'll go to India and we'll share a historic day, which is when the 15th Prime Minister of India was sworn in. जो शानदार उत्सव की तरह राष्ट्रपति भवन में ये शपथ ग्रहण समारोह हुआ, उसके साथ क्या क्या संभावनाएं, क्या क्या आशाएं, क्या क्या सपने जनता के जुड़े हुए हैं, और किस तरह से नरेंद्र मोदी, जब सचमुच मोदी सरकार इज इन प्लेस, मोदी सरकार सो फार क्या इम्प्रेशंस हैं, उसके बारे में हम चर्चा करेंगे। और आप भी उस चर्चा में हमारे साथ जुड़ सकते हैं। एक बात और ये जोड़ते हुए कि जब आप कॉल करते हैं तो टेलीविजन का वॉल्यूम कम करें ताकि आपकी आवाज़ एको ना हो, ठीक ठीक हमारी बातचीत हो सके। And one more thing, many of our shows you can find online by visiting facebook.com/ashokgvyas. That is a page on which we have placed many of the links to these shows, so you can, if you want, revisit them. But for now, we'll hear these words from President Barack Obama about Memorial Day.
Hi, everybody. It's Memorial Day weekend, a chance for Americans to get together with family and friends, break out the grill, and kick off the unofficial start of summer. More importantly, it's a time to remember the heroes whose sacrifices made these moments possible. Our men and women in uniform who gave their lives to keep our nation safe and free. From those shots fired at Lexington and Concord more than 2 centuries ago, to our newest generation of veterans of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, our history shines with patriots who answered the call to serve. They put their lives on the line to defend the country they love. And in the end, many gave that last full measure of devotion so that our nation would endure. Every single one of us owes our fallen heroes a profound debt of gratitude. Because every time we cast our votes or speak our mind without fear, it's because they fought for our right to do that. Every chance we get to make a better life for ourselves and our families is possible because generations of patriots fought to keep America a land of opportunity, where anyone of any race, any religion, from any background can make it if they try. Our country was born out of a desire to be free, and every day since, it's been protected by our men and women in uniform. People who believed so deeply in America, they were willing to give their lives for it. We owe them so much. So this Memorial Day, we'll gather together as Americans to honor the fallen with both public ceremonies and private remembrances. And I hope all Americans will take a moment this weekend to think of those who have died in service to our nation. Say a prayer in their memories and for their families. Lay a flower where they've come to rest. Reach out to service members, military families, or veterans in your community, or families who've lost a loved one, and let them know that their service and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Most of all, let's keep working to make sure that our country upholds our sacred trust to all who've served. In recent weeks, we've seen again how much more our nation has to do to make sure all our veterans get the care they deserve. And as Commander-in-Chief, I believe that taking care of our veterans and their families is a sacred obligation. It's been one of the causes of my presidency. And now that we've ended the war in Iraq, and as our war in Afghanistan ends as well, we have to work even harder as a nation to make sure all our veterans get the benefits and opportunities that they have earned. They've done their duty, and they ask nothing more than that this country does ours, now and for decades to come. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. May God watch over our fallen heroes, and may He continue to bless the United States of America.
Happy Memorial Day coming from President Barack Obama, and I take two words which are related to Barack Obama in special way. One is hope. So when we selected him as President of the United States of America, it was this key word, hope, which connected people with him. And this word hope, ya Hindi mein kahein to asha, is another link which has resonated well with Indians when they have voted in favor of Narendra Modi, who was sworn in as 15th Prime Minister of India today, which is 6 p.m. Indian time. And now to talk about Modi Sarkar so far, I have the pleasure of welcoming Narayan Kataria ji to our studio as founder of Indo-American Intellectual Forum and has worked in his own way to make this day happen. Vibhuti Jha has been to our show also. Financial expert as well as someone taking keen interest in Indian politics, and independent political observer and CPA Rajiv Kaul ji is also with us. So let's begin with you, Rajiv. Aspirations were answered, and today was a remarkable day. Rashtrapati Bhavan mein ऐतिहासिक रूप से in the presence of almost 4,000 people that included delegates from as heads of states of the neighboring nations. How is the feeling? What is the response for you?
To me, even before taking oath, what Narendra Modi ji did was more important. I was reading in Times of India, I believe, when our consulate was attacked in Afghanistan. So when the consulate was attacked in Afghanistan, they called our Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. He was unavailable to talk to President Hamid Karzai. And then it was conveyed to Mr. Karzai that Mr. Manmohan Singh will be available to speak at 6 p.m. So Mr. Karzai did not wait. He immediately called Narendra Modi, and Mr. Modi took charge. He called the consulate, he called the ambassador to Afghanistan, and he spoke to everyone concerned. This is before he took the oath of the office. So that shows that the man is ready to go. He has certain plans in the direction he wants to go, and he's a determined man. We have seen him in action for the last 12 years as Gujarat's chief minister. We have seen him in action for the last year or so as a campaigner-in-chief of BJP. So Vikas and Parivartan, which was the main plank of BJP, I hope they stick to it. And it was a majestic, beautiful day for all of us Indians to see Mr. Modi taking the center stage.
So it happens rarely that there is a leader who connects with masses, making use of his understanding of Indian traditions as well as technology. Narendra Modi has created a very special place in the hearts of millions of people by virtue of his ability to promise and show the conviction that dreams can be realized. Now, he promised good governance and less government. So that's a very thin and lean cabinet which has taken oath. About 45 ministers have taken oath with Narendra Modi ji. I also want to recollect, he mentioned himself as being Majdoor number 1. So this hardworking Prime Minister, when you see him, Vibhuti ji, making a statement through the way this ceremony was organized, what do you read in all that preceded this day?
Well, today is Memorial Day here in the United States, and for India, it is a memorable day today that Mr. Narendra Modi fulfilled the expectations for every Indian who brought him to power. Now, look at it from this point of view, that his acceptance, everything that happened prior to assuming the power, the entire arrangements, the whole policy pronunciation, look at the master stroke of inviting the SAARC nation and neighboring countries. This was a master stroke in which he dispelled many people's fear that he is a recluse, he will not be collaborative, and here it is. He broke all precedents again. BJP must be congratulated for having elected him to lead the campaign and nominating him for the party, which was again breaking a precedence. So this is what I see is a real nice change that has happened in India. And there is one thing, this man has the capacity to think differently. And let's look at what he said in the Central Hall of Parliament when he accepted, in his acceptance speech, when he said, for you, generally we all look at the glass half empty and half full. He said, for me, the glass is half with water and half with air. Now look at that, scientific fact. You cannot deny that. That is the capacity of the man to think differently. And therefore you see everything that is happening as it is unfolding is true to his word. He has kept his promise and he has delivered on that. So I think, as I call the Indians, today's Indians as new responsible Indians. So we are all NRIs in the eyes of the country right now. And I thank the people of India for being new responsible Indians and voting a strong party in the center.
तो स्ट्रॉन्ग मैंडेट के साथ जब नरेंद्र मोदी ने शपथ ली है 15वें प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में भारत की, तो बहुत सारे सवाल उनके साथ साथ चल रहे हैं, वो आने वाले समय में भी चलते रहेंगे. उनमें से कुछ को हम आज के कार्यक्रम में छूने का प्रयास करेंगे. एंड वन ऑफ देम हैपेंस टू बी दैट हिज बैकग्राउंड बीइंग मैन फ्रॉम आरएसएस, एंड देयर वर अ लॉट ऑफ डिस्कशंस दैट इज आरएसएस गोइंग टू बी द गाइडिंग फोर्स और वुड intervene in the functioning of the government. From that point of view, Narayan Kataria ji, knowing Narendra Modi, knowing RSS so well, and looking at the minister, the cabinet ministers that has taken oath with him, आपको क्या लगता है इस point of view how it's going to work out RSS?
मुझे लगता है everything will run smoothly. क्योंकि RSS का जो पॉलिसी, he is RSS का member from his childhood, he is प्रचारक. And he has worked for so many years, and I have also worked with RSS for a very long time. So from this I can tell you that RSS, it is more or less it will be doing only cultural role. They will not interfere in day-to-day policy of BJP. Whatever Modi wants to do, Modi will do on his own, and maybe once in a while if the BJP goes does not follow Hindutva philosophy, or it is not it is not a nationalist party. Just Modi says, I am a Hindu, I am a nationalist. So if that policy continues, RSS will never interfere in that thing, unless if he changes the policy and goes astray, or he becomes anti-national activity or something like that, which Modi will never do, then only RSS role comes. But otherwise, Modi will handle his things in the proper way. And moreover, Modi, he is the icon of resurgent India. He is a very powerful nationalist, and he is a very hard taskmaster. You see, look at the people he has selected, all the people who have been working very hard with him. For example, Nirmala Sitharaman and Smriti Irani and Anant Kumar. So all these people, they worked with him day and night, very systematically. If you cannot keep pace with Modi, you are out, because Modi is a very hard taskmaster. And he has plans, he has schemes, and he has target. So that target has to be achieved no matter what. If you cannot keep pace with Modi, then this is not right. This is not the right place for you. So Modi is a very confident man, and he believes in achieving the result. And I think he has all plans ready. See that even though when he was CM, he went to China. He was acting as a prime minister even before, and now see that as Kohl Saab told that, said that Narendra Modi, Afghan prime minister, called, and Manmohan Singh was not there. He was there. So he is very active, very powerful, very energetic, and he will never relax. And he will never relax. He will not, his subordinate, he will never allow them to relax.
So now let us figure out a way that he functions in a relaxed manner also, because too much stress may not work well for his health. But leaving that point in a lighter side, there are much more issues which are concerning people, and some of the threads were hidden even in what Narayan Kataria ji said, that if he doesn't follow Hindutva, so many people feel threatened just by listening to that terminology.
Or nationalist philosophy.
And how is this term Hindu nationalist is working in the minds of people? We'll talk about that, and about selection of some of the ministers and people whom press was thinking are definitely going to be amongst the ministers are not there. That includes Lal Krishna Advani ji or Murli Manohar Joshi ji. So what is it that is likely to happen? We'll talk about that right after this break. वेलकम बैक, यू वाचिंग इनसाइड टुनाइट विद अशोक व्यास। और आज के कार्यक्रम में हम बात कर रहे हैं मोदी सरकार सो फार अब तक क्या हुआ है। आज विशेष रूप से सचमुच विधिवत शपथ ग्रहण समारोह हुआ। भारत के 15वें प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में नरेंद्र मोदी ने शपथ ली, और उनके साथ 44 मंत्रियों ने भी शपथ ली है। और ये जो कार्यक्रम आयोजन जिस तरह से हुआ ये एक ऐतिहासिक आयोजन कहा जा सकता है राष्ट्रपति भवन में, क्योंकि आमतौर पर जब पिछली सरकार ने इस तरह की शपथ ली तो अशोक हॉल में ली, जहां 400-500 लोग होते थे। इस कार्यक्रम में लगभग 4000 लोग उपस्थित थे, जिसमें बहुत सारे आध्यात्मिक नेता भी थे, उद्योगपति भी थे, जिनके नाम इलेक्शन कैंपेन के दौरान बार बार आते रहे। अंबानी जी थे, अडानी भी थे, और जो ये मानते रहे या अपनी चुनावी सभाओं के दौरान नरेंद्र मोदी का बड़े जोरदार ढंग से प्रधानमंत्री पद तक पहुंचने के साथ जुड़ी हुई विपरीत संभावनाओं की चर्चा करते रहे, चाहे मुलायम सिंह यादव हो, अखिलेश यादव हो, सोनिया गांधी हो, राहुल गांधी हो, डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह हो, वो सब भी वहां पर उपस्थित थे। एक तरह से ये जो पूरी प्रक्रिया चुनाव की रही वो बहुत शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से चुनाव का संपादन होके सत्ता का परिवर्तन होना भारतीय प्रजातंत्र की शक्ति का परिचायक है, उसका प्रमाण है। और उसके साथ साथ पड़ोसी राष्ट्रों के राष्ट्राध्यक्षों का इस अवसर पर उपस्थित होना भी एक महत्वपूर्ण संकेत देता है। And as today we have amongst our panelists Rajiv Kaul ji, Narayan Kataria ji and Vibhuti Jha ji. We'll be talking to them as well as to you about some of the issues, but I just wanted us to get a feel of what it was like when this ceremony was happening today in India at Rashtrapati Bhavan. So let's take a look at this clip where you see 15th Prime Minister of India taking his oath in Hindi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee.
माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदय, आपकी आज्ञा हो तो समारोह प्रारंभ किया जाए। प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी।
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता का अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं संघ के प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि जो विषय संघ के प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा उसे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को तब के सिवाय जबकि प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
तो आपने देखा भारत के 15वें प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हिंदी भाषा में शपथ लेते हुए शुद्ध अंतःकरण से अपने कर्तव्यों के निर्वहन का वचन उन्होंने लिया है। बातचीत हम मोदी सरकार के बारे में जारी रखते हुए अपने एक दर्शक से जुड़ना चाहेंगे। हेलो ITV लाइव। हेलो।
हेलो।
हाँ जी, नमस्कार।
नमस्कार अशोक जी।
जी, कैसा महसूस कर रहे हैं आप?
अशोक जी, मैं महसूस कर रहा हूं कि भारत की जनता ने ये एक बहुत ही ऐतिहासिक मैसेज दुनिया को भेजा और बहुत समझदारी दिखाई है मोदी जी को चुनकर आफ्टर द लास्ट 10 years ऑफ कांग्रेस। लेकिन मोदी जी ने कहीं हम सबको निराश किया है, क्योंकि उन्होंने गडकरी जी जैसे और रामविलास पासवान जैसे लोगों को अपने कैबिनेट और मंत्रालय में चुना है और एविडेंटली उनके अगेंस्ट यदि आप देखें सैकड़ों केसेस चल रहे हैं, उनके पास इतनी दौलत है जिसका वो हिसाब नहीं दे सकते हैं। और रामविलास पासवान जी ने तो 2005 में ओसामा बिन लादेन तक के जो है मुखौटे पहना के लोगों को, मुसलमान वोटर्स को वू करने के लिए प्रचार किया था। तो कहीं ना कहीं मोदी जी मुझे लग रहा है ऑलरेडी कॉम्प्रोमाइज हैं और जितना हम इनसे आशा कर रहे हैं, ये हम इतने हताश हो गए हैं कांग्रेस के कार्यकाल में भ्रष्टाचार के कारण कि अब हम एक आशा की किरण देख रहे हैं जहां एक्चुअली इतनी स्ट्रांग किरण नहीं है।
तो ये आने वाला समय बताएगा। मुझे लगता है ये पहला दिन है और इतनी जल्दी हम कंक्लूजन्स पर न पहुंचे, फिर भी संकेत जो आपको दिखाई दे रहे हैं वो उसका सम्मान में करते हुए एक और कॉल लेके आपकी बात के बारे में नारायण जी क्या कहते हैं उनकी तरफ बढ़ूंगा। हेलो ITV लाइव। आप टीवी का वॉल्यूम कम करें सर, बात करें क्विकली।
हेलो।
हाँ जी, नमस्कार। व्हाट्स योर नेम?
हेलो।
यस, गो अहेड।
हेलो।
You know, I have to leave you at that and...
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. What do you want to share?
Hello, yes, this is Duranto Singh.
हाँ, दुरंतो सिंह, आप टीवी का वॉल्यूम कम करें and share with us what is your feeling today?
Yes, actually, you know what, I want to make a comment about earlier, somebody called your show and talking about Ramvilas Paswan and Nitin Gadkari. You know, with due respect, about that gentleman, I want to tell that case against Nitin Gadkari, that's already over, and he got clean sheet from Income Tax Department. He should know it. And second thing about Ramvilas Paswan, that is the People Alliance, and the People Alliance, the people of Bihar already gave verdict about that.
So this was in response to what he said. Now, what do you feel freshly? How hopeful you are?
देखिए, उम्मीद तो है, of course उम्मीद है, because जिस तरह से इन्होंने मिनिस्टर का जो है बहुत कम किया, and इसमें I believe, खर्चा भी बहुत बचेगा और बहुत कम pro people and good governance जो मंत्र नरेंद्र भाई का था वो रहेगा, and definitely we have high hope about it.
Right, I appreciate your call, Donald. Thanks for joining us. And now I want to switch gears slightly, and there are voices of, call it disappointment or disagreement, already prominently heard, and one of them relates to invitation that were sent out to neighboring heads of the states of the neighboring nations that included Pakistan. So let's talk about Pakistan for a little bit, because this was considered as a big thing that has happened, because he is bringing all the leaders of that region together, and it was considered as a big statement from Narendra Modi to function with the all-inclusive approach. लेकिन जब पाकिस्तान में भी चर्चा हुई कि नवाज शरीफ आए कि नहीं आए, बाद में उन्होंने आने का निर्णय लिया, सहयोगी दलों में शिवसेना की तरफ से इस बात को लेकर विरोध के स्वर उभरे और कुछ कांग्रेस समर्थकों ने भी धीरे धीरे ऐसा कहना शुरू किया है कि जब विपक्ष में थे तो जिस तरह की नीति की बात वो करते थे, प्रधानमंत्री बनते ही वो बदल गए. सो आई वांट ऑल ऑफ माय पैनलिस्ट टू कमेंट ऑन दैट. राजीव, हाउ डू यू सी invitation for Pakistan?
Well, I think it was very clear that invitations were sent out to all the neighboring countries. It was just not Pakistan. We in India somehow tend to focus all these issues with the prism of Pakistan. I think it was just a small gesture on the new government's part to invite everybody in the neighborhood. It was a grand party. It's just an event which they wanted to celebrate among its neighbors. And I do not think it was a bilateral event in the sense people are perceiving it to be. And it was, I think, a brilliant stroke on Modi ji's part.
तो मोदी जी के ये इस निमंत्रण पत्रों की बात में जहां श्रीलंका के राष्ट्राध्यक्ष के भारत आने की बात हुई, उसको लेकर जयललिता नाराज हो गई, जो पहले से भी खुश रही हों भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ. ऐसा नहीं था, पर उन्होंने डिसाइड किया ना तो वो अपने किसी प्रतिनिधि को भेजेंगी और ना स्वयं आएंगी इस शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में. सो कीपिंग पाकिस्तान एंड श्रीलंका टुगेदर, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट फर्स्ट कटारी जी, आप क्या सोचते हैं?
इलेक्शन के पहले अगर आप मोदी जी की स्पीचेस पढ़ेंगे या इंटरव्यू पढ़ेंगे, उसमें एक इंटरव्यू में उसने कहा था कि हमको पाकिस्तान से जब बात करनी है तो आंखें ऊपर करके, आंखें नीचे करके बात नहीं करनी है, उनके साथ आंखों में आंखें डाल के बात करनी है.
तो मुझे लगता है उस दिशा में वो आगे बढ़े.
लेकिन इसी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से अगर देखें तो मेरे ख्याल से ये मोदी का इंटेंशन ये है कि पाकिस्तान के प्राइम मिनिस्टर को बुलाओ इधर, उसी तरह से अच्छी बात करो और उसको पूछो आंखों में आंखें डाल के कि तुम्हारा टेररिज्म पाकिस्तान में बंद करोगे या नहीं. आई थिंक ही इज गाइडेड बाय दैट इंटेंशन.
सो आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड वे टू स्टार्ट सेंस ऑफ डायलॉग एंड रिलेशनशिप. सो लेट मी टेक अनदर कॉल. हेलो ITV लाइव.
हेलो.
हाँ जी, नमस्ते.
मैं योगेश बोल रहा हूँ.
हाँ योगेश जी, फरमाएं, कैसे हैं आप और कैसा लगा आपको? आप टीवी पे वॉल्यूम कम कर दें, फोन से बात करें जी.
मुझे बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है अभी
जी
जो मोदी जी का शपथ हुआ है
जी.
लेकिन इसके साथ गुजरात के लिए हमें बहुत दुख हो रहा है कि जो इन्होंने आनंदीबेन को सीएम बनाया
जी,
तो हमें ऐसा लगता है कि जो केशुभाई पटेल मोदी जी ने गुजरात की सफर खेड़ी, इसके अंदर आनंदीबेन की वजह से ब्रेक न लग जाए.
अच्छा अच्छा.
क्योंकि वो गवर्निंग करना होता है, जो चलाना होता है सरकार, इसके लिए बहुत अच्छी तरह से नहीं चला पाएगी.
तो आनंदीबेन जी के बारे में चर्चा किसी और दिन पे रखते हैं.
ठीक है, लेकिन ऐसा लगेगा.
जी बोलें.
ओके, लेकिन अभी तो बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है मोदी जी आए हैं तो हम इच्छा रखते हैं कि जो गुजरात और का विकास हुआ ऐसा भारत का विकास हो.
बहुत धन्यवाद है आपका. और हमारे विभूति झा जी इस बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, उनसे पूछने से पहले मैं आपसे जोड़ रहा हूँ. आपका शुभ नाम? हाँ जी नमस्कार. नमस्कार.
देखिए, हमेशा क्या होता है
जी,
जो बड़ा आदमी होता है वो सबको साथ लेके चलता है
जी,
इसको छोड़ता नहीं है
जी.
ये उसके अंदर पहला गुण होता है, सबको लेकर के, सबको साथ लेकर के उसमें विचार करेगा
जी.
अगर तुमने अपने आप को गलत किया तो हम भी गलत हो जाएंगे, अगर तुमने ठीक किया तो हम ठीक रहेंगे. पाकिस्तान में क्या है कि खुद ही पाकिस्तान मरा हुआ है, खुद ही टेररिस्ट उनको खत्म कर रहे हैं. वो कैसे खत्म कर सकता है? कितना भी तुम जोर लगा लो, जब तक पाकिस्तान के अंदर टेररिस्ट नहीं बंद नहीं होगा टेररिस्ट. वो इधर आएगा उधर ही मारेगा.
तो कुल मिला के आपके हिसाब से उनको आमंत्रित करना एक अच्छा सौभाग्य जी.
इसमें भलाई है.
जी
दोनों की भलाई है।
जी, बहुत धन्यवाद है आपका। तो हमारे विभूति झा जी की तरफ मैं आपकी बात के साथ बढ़ना चाह रहा हूं और एक सवाल और जोड़ना चाह रहा हूं, क्योंकि पिछले कुछ समय से जब राज्यों और केंद्र के संबंधों के बारे में एक नए ढंग का एक खींचतान सी शुरू हो गई, जैसे गुजरात और केंद्र सरकार जैसे कोई अलग अलग विपरीत दिशाओं की बात कर रहे हो, और तमिलनाडु को देखते हुए, उड़ीसा को देखते हुए, कुछ अन्य राज्यों के साथ अगर केंद्र के संबंध ठीक ठीक रह पाएंगे, इसके लिए मोदी सरकार को बहुत अधिक परिश्रम करना होगा. हाउ डू यू थिंक ही इज गोइंग टू वर्क ऑन दैट?
Well, I think what is going to happen is that center-state relations will improve. There is no other option on that. For earlier, the dimensions were very simple. The government in the center was weak. And because the government in the center was weak, they had to depend and rely upon the support from the state governments. Now look at Jayalalitha's case. Now she has thrown up, the Tamil people have shown their anger against the Sri Lankan president coming. But the question is, what do we do next? Are we going to suspend conversations with them? You never suspend the process of dialogue, regardless of whoever your enemy is or whoever you are unhappy with. Only a dialogue can resolve things. So by saying that Sri Lankan president must not have been invited, you are putting a barrier between your own forward movement and what you want to achieve. Likewise in the case of Pakistan as well. So here what I notice is that this, in my opinion, is a clear signal to the rest of the world that India will handle its neighbors by itself, and I will decide how I deal with my neighbors. And my feeling is that he will be drawing what I prefer to call the Lakshman Rekha in relationships. And that's what I think Mr. Modi would be conveying to the various neighbors, this far and no more. And that's the thing. You can't do that on a media. You can't do it in a speech. You do it eye to eye. And that, I think, is a very, very important thing. Today's inauguration was all captured by the fact that all the neighbors were there, leaders from neighboring countries were there. And with everybody, India's foreign policy has been rather surprisingly murky, because none of the neighbors trust India, and India's relationship with neighbor are so weak that even China makes a better impression with them. So for Mr. Modi to invite them and take the matter to center stage, that you are part of SAARC, you are part of a neighbor, and our welfare remains only when we collaborate with each other, this far and no further. I think Mr. Modi is going to do very well with that. And if Mr. Patnaik and Mamata Banerjee have not come, they look bad now. Now just for a moment imagine if Mr. Nawaz Sharif had not come, or why Nawaz Sharif alone? If any of the neighbors had not come, what would you have thought about them? So they would have lost as a person, as a PR battle, and with reference to their sincerity. So this was all brought together, and I think this is a very positive move. And I hope Jayalalitha and Mamata Banerjee and Patnaik behave more mature, that today the center is strong. BJP has 282 seats, so you cannot ignore the center-state relationship. Bihar has already asked for special treatment. And, so this will continue. So I think it bodes well for the country that there is a strong center, and I'm looking forward to that.
So there is an innovative approach, definitely, with respect to relationship with the neighboring nations, as well as there is some thing that has helped in deciding who would take which ministry. So we'll talk a little bit about the satisfaction, dissatisfaction, agreement, disagreement with respect to the portfolio of ministers right after this short break. वेलकम बैक टू इनसाइड टुनाइट द शो। आज हम बात कर रहे हैं मोदी सरकार सो फार, और मोदी जी ने प्रधानमंत्री बनने से पहले ही कुछ बातें बहुत आर्टिकुलेट और बहुत क्रिस्प वे में जिस तरह से अपने विजन को कम्युनिकेट किया है, दैट इज रिमार्केबल, एंड दैट रिमाइंड्स मी ऑफ द 5 T's दैट ही टॉक्ड अबाउट फॉर नेशंस ग्रोथ. ही टॉक्ड अबाउट ट्रेडिशन, टेक्नोलॉजी, टैलेंट, ट्रेड एंड टूरिज्म. तो जो टेक्नोलॉजी है इसका किस तरह से यूज किया जा सकता है सबको साथ लेने के लिए, दैट वी हैव सीन राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस की वेबसाइट है, इट हैज बिकम डायनेमिक and there is so much material available, as well as there is provision whereby you can reach out to Prime Minister directly. And he has been very, very focused on making use of Twitter and other social media mediums to convey his day-to-day activities. So that communication and the sense of transparency, I think, is going to work in favor of Narendra Modi. And recently, amongst many invitees was स्वर साम्राज्ञी लता मंगेशकर जी भी, जिनके द्वारा नरेंद्र मोदी जी के लिए ये कहा गया था कि अगर नरेंद्र भाई प्रधानमंत्री बनते हैं तो मुझे बहुत खुशी होगी, तो वो नहीं आ पाई, पर उन्होंने एक पत्र भेजा हिंदी में अपने हाथ से लिखा हुआ गणेश जी के विग्रह के साथ। तो उस पत्र के बारे में भी आम जनता को पता है, क्योंकि ट्विटर में उस पृष्ठ की कॉपी जो थी वो पहुंचा दी गई थी। सो नाउ लुकिंग एट द वे ही इज फंक्शनिंग इन कंट्रास्ट विद द वे प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट वाज फंक्शनिंग, सो लेट्स लुक एट कंट्रास्ट लिटिल बिट फ्रॉम द आईज ऑफ कटारिया जी। हाउ डिफरेंट मनमोहन सिंह सरकार एंड मोदी सरकार इज फॉर यू?
अशोक जी, पहले तो ये मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि इतने दिनों से 60 साल में 1947 से लेकर आज तक ये कांग्रेस की हुकूमत इंडिया के ऊपर रही है, और उन्होंने
अटल बिहारी जी नहीं रहे?
जो भी अटल बिहारी तो 5-6 साल थे ना, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीरियड में, मुझे बोलना चाहिए था, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीरियड कांग्रेस का और इनका गवर्नमेंट था। इन लोगों ने पूरे के पूरे हिंदुओं को दबा के रखा था, उनकी फीलिंग को दबा के रखा था। देखो, हिंदू पॉपुलेशन 82% है, अलॉन्ग विद सिख एंड जैन्स, और इन लोगों को ऐसा दबा के रखा था, इनको बोलने नहीं दिया जाता था, और सेक्युलरिज्म को ऐसा मरोड़ के पेश किया जा रहा था कि सेक्युलरिज्म हैज़ बिकम द एक्चुअली bad word for Hindus. और उसके अंदर,
let me interrupt you here and let me quote Narendra Modi about secularism. He said secularism is not only in our constitution but also in our veins. We worship Mother Nature too. We believe that the world is our family. And I think
लेकिन सेक्युलरिज्म का मतलब ये नहीं है कि हाजियों को तुम पैसे दो वहाँ जाने के लिए, हज करने के लिए, और अमरनाथ में जो हिंदू यात्री जाता है उसके ऊपर टैक्स लगाओ। सेक्युलरिज्म का ये मतलब नहीं है कि इमाम जो होते हैं बंगाल के अंदर, उनको तुम every month you give them 2,500 as Mamta is giving and don't give anything to priest. Secularism का ये मतलब नहीं होता है कि you give one cycle to a Muslim girl go to school and no cycle to Hindu girl, means Hindu girl should convert to Islam to get the cycle. And Mulayam Singh is giving 5,000 rupees to every Muslim girl to get married, and if she goes to school. This is not the secularism. Secularism does not mean that you terrorize Sadhvi Pragya and give VIP treatment to Abu Salim. This is not the secularism. Absolutely. You see, one thing I want to tell you, that Hindus are secular by nature. By birth, Hindu people are secular. And the secularism which in India is being used...
Let me allow you to interrupt you, because what I read, according to you, there is going to be a difference in approach of previous government and this government as far as their understanding of secularism is concerned. Point taken. Now I want to move on just with the same question of contrast towards Vibhuti ji, and let us also take a look at the number of ministers that were sworn in the first phase. If there is going to be another phase soon, there is only one representative from the Muslim community. Will that work well with Muslims, or is there something that needs to be done in order to keep everybody happy?
I feel that we should not focus on the numbers. Let's look at if you are talking about the numbers, 25% of the cabinet ministers that were announced, they are women. The first ever time that the Prime Minister promised something for women, and he delivered, with 25% of the seats going to women. Now, if there is one Muslim, that's all right. It's better than nobody. But where does it say that you have to have every minister in direct proportion to population? His function is to bring in the best that he has on the first basis. And he has one. So that's perfectly all right. I don't see anything so shocking about that. Right. But one thing which I'll tell you, which I was really very, very impressed with, how Mr. Modi has used technology to his advantage. And I was watching a television program where recently Michael Jackson's hologram came about on American music award show. And there was Mr. Modi using hologram to address people all over the country, and he was already using it. So give that man a credit to be modern, to have an approach, have the confidence to build a team that delivered it all. That's what is important about that man.
As you say, credit for him for being modern. At the same time, traditional also. जब पार्लियामेंट भवन की तरफ वो जा रहे थे तो उन्होंने जिस तरह से सिर झुकाकर प्रणाम किया, वो बात सबको कहीं-कहीं प्रभावित करी. कुछ लोगों ने कहा कि एक डिफरेंट टर्मिनोलॉजी का उपयोग अपनी बात को कन्वे करने के लिए नरेंद्र मोदी कर रहे हैं. राजीव जी की तरफ आने से पहले मैं हमारे कुछ दर्शकों से जुड़ूं. हेलो ITV लाइव जी, नमस्ते.
नमस्ते.
कैसे हैं आप?
Duranto Singh again.
Yes.
Yeah, I am so lucky that I get in touch with you again.
Right.
सेकुलरिज्म के बारे में मैं कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ, अगर आपका इजाजत है तो.
जी, संक्षेप में रखें अपनी बात, जी कहें.
श्योर, मैं 1 मिनट लूंगा. सेकुलरिज्म जब मकबूल फिदा हुसैन माता सरस्वती का जब नोट पिक्चर ड्रॉ करते हैं, और जब बीजेपी और जब हिंदू मन में जब इसका खराब लगता है, एट दैट टाइम सारे सेकुलर वालों बोलते हैं जो दिस इज द फ्रीडम ऑफ ए आर्टिस्ट. ओके, मान लिया. बट व्हाइल सलमान रुश्दी और तस्लीमा नसरीन talking about something about Islam or something like that, then वो बोलते हैं जो भाई ये क्या है, दूसरे लोगों का भावनाओं में तुम ठेस पहुंचा रहे हो.
So I gather your point. You see that it is not in a sense of balance. Proportion का फर्क. Yeah. So I looking at the time constraint, I'll just leave it at that, Duranto ji. I'll move on with one more caller. Hello ITV Live.
Yes.
जी, नमस्ते. आप टीवी का वॉल्यूम कम करें सर, जल्दी अपनी बात करें. Yes sir, what's your name?
I put the volume less and I want to just tell him about Modi.
बोले.
That he is the first Hindu Raja in the Hindu Hindustan.
टीवी का वॉल्यूम कम नहीं हुआ है सर, वो एको आ रहा है. टीवी का वॉल्यूम कम करें एंड कंटिन्यू क्विक. या
ओके
जी,
कम कर दिया
जी, बोले.
अभी ठीक है, बोलूं अभी?
हाँ, बोले.
अच्छा, मैं ये कह रहा था कि my name is Shyam Gyanchandani and I am 83 years old and I have seen since Jawaharlal Nehru how they were selected, the prime ministers and all that. This is the first Hindu prime minister on Hindustan, and I was so much joyous and happy when I saw that Modi has come.
I'm happy to hear that, but why do you say first Hindu? There were other prime ministers who were Hindu?
Other prime ministers were Hindu, but they didn't take care of the Hindus and all that.
So you have hopes from him on that front, I gather that?
I am not a prejudice. I don't want to say. I'm not a, I'm democratic and I believe in all these things. But the way he came and he bowed before the parliament, has anybody done? Nobody has done like that.
That is correct. That is correct. So appreciate your call, sir. Thank you very much. And Rajiv ji, looking towards the ministers that you see are kind of handpicked by Narendra Modi, and where defense is with Arun Jaitley, and along with another ministry?
Finance.
First of all, let me just try to take this issue of Hindu identity and Hindu nationalism very quickly.
Yes.
We were talking before the show started, and I think Hindu nationalism word came about while you were talking. Yeah. I mean, we here in West, Vibhuti and I were talking, this country is a Judeo-Christian country, and we all accept it because it's rooted in Christian and Judeo values. So is India. India is a secular country, but India is rooted in Hindu religion, Hindu culture, and Vedic culture, and we should all accept and celebrate that. Mr. Modi is termed as Hindu nationalist. What is a Hindu nationalist? Like Shinzo Abe of Japan is a nationalist, but nationalist does not mean that is he going to eliminate everybody else. Coming back to your question, the question was, I forgot your question.
No, this question was related to selection of the ministers, and I just thought we talk very briefly about the determining factors in deciding.
But I am not sure, because I heard on NDTV today, portfolios still have not been announced. Yeah. This is media's speculation. This is what it is. I am not sure that this is 100% done deal. So we can't be sure. But the way the process is done, Prime Minister has won the mandate. He is the man in charge. He has every right to select who he feels is going to deliver the direction he wants to go. So I think
in addition, as we can make 30 seconds. What is important here is to figure out that ministry will be expanded, for the simple reason that I don't think one person can handle defense and finance together. So it's very clear. That is the pointer, that new people will be brought in at an appropriate time. So let's not get anxious about that at all.
For the time being, I think 4 people have been announced. They are, Arun Jaitley will be finance minister, and Sushma Swaraj will be external affairs minister, and Rajnath Singh will be home minister. So these 4 things are, I think, certain more or less.
So there is so much happening and so much excitement about India, about Modi Sarkar, and so far we'll have many sessions about Modi Sarkar, and especially about ministries, as well as about potential relationship with neighboring countries as far as this government is concerned, how different shape may emerge. We'll talk more about that. Looking at the time constraint, thanking Rajiv Kaulji, Narayan Kataria and Vibhuti Jha for joining us. And thanks to all of you with lots of good wishes. Do join us tomorrow. This is Ashok Vyas.